Hey, and welcome to the Charles Aris Podcast. Ashlee Wagner back for a follow-up from Clifton and I's last podcast where we talked about the state of recruiting for private equity portfolio ops teams. As you probably know, of course, never was the M&A market seeing more deals than it did in 2021 and the first half of 22. And now that's slowed down for a variety of reasons. And we've seen firms really focus on ensuring that the deals that they have done are really, really humming. And so I'm excited to have another leader of our private equity practice, Jonathan Goffredi, join me to dig in on this topic today.
Hi, folks. Jonathan Goffredi here. I'm a senior associate practice leader at Charles Aris, helping Ashlee to develop our West Coast private equity and venture capital presence. And I know that you and Clifton last time spoke about really two archetypes that we see private equity firms hire for these teams, and that is specialists and generalists. Today, we're going to dig into the why behind these profiles, as well as the typical profiles that our clients look to recruit for each. So first, I would just say there's no one size fits all for what type of profile will work for these teams. It really depends on, well, your investment thesis and how you plan to deploy these folks. For roles that there is a well-traveled playbook and where this person is constantly running the same kinds of plays across many portfolio companies, or where you'll have someone spanning a high volume of portcos with depth of oversight in one particular area, the specialist profile is going to trump and probably be the best fit solution there. However, for teams where this individual is really going to be assigned 1 to 3 portfolio companies and be expected to go deep and play a cross-functional role and execute on a full value creation plan, we typically see clients go more towards the generalist direction. And of course, there isn't an all-in-one sort of scenario. A lot of firms do have both generalists and specialists, but these are some of the things that we see our clients thinking about as they're scoping these roles.
Awesome. And so you might be wondering what types of profiles our clients look for across each of these archetypes. We talked last time about how we've seen a spike in 4 functional areas when it comes to specialist roles. The first being finance and accounting, may or may not include M&A. Second, transformation, may or may not include integration. Third is supply chain, could be, manufacturing, broader operations. And then the fourth is talent. And so for these specialist roles, most of our clients tend to need depth of experience. And so the typical profile we're typically recruiting is going to be a former strategy consultant who has the academy training. They've learned the analytical problem-solving toolkit. They have that rigor, very strong and conceptual thinking, but also haven't just advised through the strategic lens, but they really have also lived and breathed whatever their specialty is. Because of the level of exposure and influence that is needed at the C-suite level to find success in these roles, and the need to actually be able to partner hand in hand with those executives, we've heard that it can really be hard to come in and build the credibility and influence those executives if you haven't sat in their seats before. And so because of that, a lot of our clients are looking for more years of experience on average, in particular for the specialist profile. However, we also have clients who don't need or want that. And on the generalist side, what we typically see there is similar profile, strategy consultants, all of the academy training that comes along with that, plus P&L experience. Someone who really has the ability to plug and play across multiple areas, who can own and drive the entire value creation plan versus only one particular area. And, of course, Charles Aris, we do recruit up and down the stack from associate all the way up to operating partner. And so years of experience is going to vary depending on the client, of course, depending on the budget and whatever type of role, whether it be a specialist or a generalist, that's going to add the most value.
Well, thanks so much, Ashley. And just to summarize, there's really no one size fits all solution. We have conversations every single day with private equity firms that are building out their teams, and the answers aren't always straightforward. So, if you're in the phase of thinking about team composition, scoping roles for your team, or just simply thinking through the ideal profile, or even compensation questions, we're here to chat. And stay tuned for our next podcast coming soon, where we're going to dive deeper into compensation trends for private equity operations searches.